Last we left off, Vogler. You'd found out that Vogler was about to be invaded by what appeared to be a red dragon army. You were all in town when a messenger from the red dragon army appeared with a scroll that said the army are going to occupy Vogler. It's the Dragon Queen's will. And then you conversed with this messenger, and they said that if anyone leaves, you all die. And then for let me take you to the map of Vogler so I can tell you a little bit more.
Hadn't we decided we were going to take out the four watchmen?
Yeah.
And then give it legs with everyone.
So the messenger is here, and you've got the 4 Dragon Army soldiers here, and they're watching the whole entire village. They've got a whole view of the village. In terms of time of day, if you recall, you had your the Battle of High Hill. You returned to town. You had your discussions, and then you guys went out on a scouting mission, which took you past nighttime, and you discovered the army and returned. So it is now. I mean, you've been awake for 24 hours, over 24 hours. So the first thing I want to do tonight is ask you all for a Constitution saving throw, just to see how you're coping with the lack of sleep.
Hopefully we don't roll like we're rolling earlier, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leggit's feeling the effects. You're going to have 1 level of exhaustion, Andy, which you can do on your character sheet. It's I think first level you get disadvantage for ability checks with 1 level of exhaustion. So you had
where do I apply that?
I think
conditions.
Yeah, that's it, Tom.
Add active conditions.
I apologise for speaking with a mouthful.
That's all right. So you had a bit of a conflab with these Dragon Army soldiers, with your sort of fellow Voglerites. Becklin was very much saying, this is bad. If they come, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
Raven was saying, no, look, I'd like to take the diplomatic view, and Cudgel was saying, I need to get my troops in. I need to get my fucking troops in. So you came up with a plan, or Kelevendros came up with a plan to go and visit Than in Thornwall Keep to use the gnome flinger to throw you over. So we'll leap straight into that. As you depart to do this, Mayor Ravens, she's sort of wringing her hands. This young confident woman, and you've never seen her so nervous. And she said, "I'm not sure about this." But sort of Becklin takes it to one side, and they walk away. What they're going to do is create a little bit of a diversion from the mounted woman that handed you the scroll at the gates, so that you can catapult into position on the gnome flinger.
We also leave a standing order that once we engage our respective parties, they begin to mobilise the people.
Yeah, sure. Was that the plan?
Well, it was just a thought that realistically, once we've engaged the scouts, we want to minimise, get people out of town as fast as humanly possible. So once we've got the scouts, they may as well just start the evacuation, hadn't they?
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. And the other plan was, if you get rid of the scouts, Jayev and Cudgel, we're going to go and get the Ironclad Regiment as fast as possible.
Don't make us fight the brownies, though, Dave.
Fight the brownies?
Yeah, we've got the scouts to deal with already.
I love a chocolate brownie.
Yeah, you don't want to fight them, though, do you? You want to smash them into your face.
So this is the gnome flinger on the top of Thornwall Keep.
Yes.
And it takes all of us.
Yes. So Than,
Right, party wipe. Here we go.
this this small gnome, he and if you remember gnome speaking really quickly, and there's no pause in between the and you can hardly figure out what he's saying after you've told him the plan. He is so happy that if you imagine a 3-foot dude jumping up and down, that's really happy. That's what you've got in front of you with Than, and he basically says to you, yeah, no, it's all calibrated. Where do you want to land? What do you want to do? Yeah. Off we go. So the trap, the misdirection is set. You're all ready to launch.
I'll say, Dan, how do we land again?
I got this.
Okay. I can put my trust in my friends, close my eyes and think of sausages.
Nordan's already up there. Like he's like, let's go! I've got this, boys. We can do this.
Eyes closed, just imagining a nice sausage sandwich with loads of red sauce. Oh.
Brown sauce for me, Mark.
Kelevendros has got his holy symbol of Paladin in his hand, making a quick prayer.
So what I've got for you
idea
is okay. So this is a bit rough. This is the cliff here. You can see.
Yep.
With the Dragon Army soldiers right on the edge. I'm going to space them out a little bit more. So my question to you, and I thought, I don't know if you know what that is, but that is a Blood Bowl scatter token.
I know exactly what that is, Dave.
Where is it? I see no token.
Oh boy, here we go.
So
I've a suspicion what's going to come next, Dave.
What I thought we'd do, as Than loads the catapult, and this thing, it's you've never seen anything like it. It's there's sort of steam attached to it. It feeds coal in the part of it. It's well oiled. It's well maintained, and the hand actually silently moves back into position. And you guys sit on the net, and you're all next to each other.
We're
Ready.
all convinced this is a really bizarre sex machine of some kind.
Ready to be launched. And Fanny's just waiting for the nod. What I want you to do individually, and we'll go around probably... I'll go around in reverse order because I normally do
See
it.
if we've got clean pants when we land.
Yeah. So what I want you to do with your pointer is I want you to point where you would be aiming for individually, and then I want you to roll 2d8 one at a time.
Yeah. So I have to click on me.
Actually, no. Yeah, 2d8. Let's do 2d8.
Right, I want to land on him.
You want to land on him. Okay, well, I'm going to do Sam first, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Nordan first.
Yeah.
So Nordan will probably want to be around these bushes somewhere.
Okay, roll 2d8 for me, please, dude.
8.
And
no, I rolled 6 and a 2.
6 and a 2. Gotcha. 6 is that way. 2. In fact, let me put grids on.
Good.
Right. Mr. Johnson, 2d8, please. Where do you want to land first?
I want to land sort of in these bushes there, Dave.
Okay, 2d8 then.
Good
1
Lord.
and
Okay,
2. Tom?
So I want to come somewhere around there.
Sure.
And I roll that. 4 and a 5.
4 and oof, that was quite. And Mark, your turn then. So you were here, did you say?
Has Tom gone?
I want to land on the fella so we can just get straight to it.
Okay.
To everyone. So this is 2d8. That's a 7 and a 3.
2, 3. You're very lucky here, Mark. Right. What I'm going to say to you, Mark.
Yeah.
You actually land here.
Ooh.
So, Nordan's. I'm guessing you're doing your thing.
Yeah, so he'll sort of go, trust me, guys, I've got this. And obviously we'll get launched. As we're approaching the landing site, he'll put his hands out and you'll recognise the colour of his eyes. They'll go that grey colour. So I'm twisting Featherfall a little bit here. And you'll start to see beneath you, the wind start to pick up and push up. So where you've been feeling the wind slapping against you as you've been flying, it's suddenly increased in intensity. As it creates such force, it just slows your momentum down. So you sort of land at a bit of a, like you've just parachuted, you land with a bit of a run. So he's in essence caused the air to push against you and create that decrease in speed. Because Dave called me out. So I handed the truck over to Dave yesterday, and he says you're almost very elemental in the way you play. So I'm going to try and twist my spells to match that. So he's almost using the wind to stop you rather than just to stop you.
Wicked.
So
nice. Your intended destination, the wind, the fact that this thing doing and it properly launches you into the air is all of you. The wind takes you. And then all of a sudden you feel the mystic forces of Nordan and his ever growing power as he describes. It's the wind that's slowing you down. You are in a position where these lads clearly haven't seen you. Kelevendros, you're knocked furthest away, but unfortunately it's Arthas that at the minute you're going to miss. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to make a dexterity saving throw just to see if you can get yourself on course. If any of you wanted to adjust yourself by 1 square, you can also make a dexterity saving throw.
Well,
to see if you can adjust slightly. Unless you're happy.
I'm happy.
I'll give it a go.
16, Dave.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Kel, you're landing where you are. Arthas and Leggit, you can both move 1 square in any direction.
So I'm going to land on the on the cliff as opposed to off it.
Just there, then.
Can I be sort of there? Is that possible?
Well, you were here, so that's as close as you can get.
Nope, that's cool then.
Yeah,
that's exactly where I want to be.
So it's at this point we'll roll for initiative. As you're descending, Arthas gets this sort of breath. Oh, shit! But you manage to sort of lean yourself over as you're slowing down. You figure that your momentum takes you in the right place. But none of your combatants have actually seen or heard you. So you are going to get a surprise round on this.
Oh, initiative.
Oh, we're waiting for. Nice one, Mark. So, Kel, you're the first. Oh, shame you didn't get that dex save, mate.
I just wanted that 1 square. Yeah. Okay, what we got? With the level up stuff we've got, Dave, do we have like the extra spell slot? Do I have the 5 lay on hands? Yeah. Okay, cool. In which case, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull out my holy symbol. And no, I can't because I don't have the material components. Never mind.
What's the material component?
A pinch of sand, rose petals, or a cricket.
Can't you use your holy symbol as a material component?
Yeah.
It's
actually spell focus. So you don't need you only need the other things if you haven't got a holy symbol with you.
Okay. So he's gonna put his hand around his holy symbol, close his eyes, and Paladin, please allow us to make. Please grant me the ability to put these men to sleep, so we may easily complete our task. And he's going to cast sleep.
Wicked. So where's your I'm guessing.
So I roll 5d8. So it's So
fingers crossed that's one down.
yes, roll 5d8, and that determines how many hit points of creature I can affect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pick a point, and then anything within 20 feet I can affect creatures.
Okay.
So I'm
going to cast sleep.
Going to go
I was
for
just looking at it.
cast it on him.
Yeah.
And try and affect this guy as well, depending on how many hit points I manage to roll.
Okay, go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll.
We need to do this as painlessly as possible. That'll do it.
26 hit points worth.
Okay. What does it look like as the spell? Is there any visual to the spell, or is it just takes effect? Is it more subtle than?
I think it's probably a little bit more subtle. Perhaps there's a little bit of glow from his holy symbol within it, was contained within his hand. So maybe that glows a little bit, and then they just kind of. It's more of a subtle spell, that one, isn't it? So
yeah. Okay. And what does it do? Is it incapacitate?
So the creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose are affected in ascending order of their hit points. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Sweet. Unconscious. The unconscious creature is incapacitated. So it can't take actions or reactions. The creature drops prone. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attacks that hit the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So melee attacks are automatic critical hits. And how long does that last for, Tom?
It's 1 minute.
Wicked.
And it isn't concentration.
No, it is not. Any movement for Kelevendros?
Yeah, and then he's going to move up.
Sweet.
So he's going to go.
Did it just affect that one guy, Dave?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did a bit higher. I rolled pretty well, though.
You did roll pretty well. That takes us to Arthas's turn.
How far is the cliff down, Dave?
It's a good. Yeah, let's try and figure it out for you, Mark, because that's a really good question.
I want to know: is he going to survive if I push him off?
Let's say no. Or you would guess not. Okay.
I know it's not a particularly lawful good thing to do, but it needs most literally when the devil vomits into your kettle. I have to just push him off.
Well, that's an interesting one because we can use the shove rule then, can't we?
Yeah. I thought there was a special rule that I'd seen in Solasta.
There is.
You're gonna this is Sparta him.
So using the attack action, you make a special attack, either knock him prone or push him away from you if you're it. Okay, so what you need to do?
Attack, what do I roll? What do I click on to roll that?
The target must be no larger than one size larger than you, which it is, and within reach, which it is. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check contested against the strength athletics or acrobatics. You succeed automatically. Yeah, no, we don't need to worry about
that.
I'm going to be rolling athletics.
Same here. And here we go.
17, Mark.
8. Ball bag.
Right, I'm going to give you advantage because you're landing without him seeing, so you can roll again, but it's still a 17's a tough one to beat.
Yeah. Where's he gone there? No chance.
What do we do in case of a draw?
Don't know. It's the honest answer.
I think
Oh,
it,
I'm trying to push him, so I would imagine all he does is stand his ground, so nothing
Well,
happens. I've
I was
tried to
gonna
push
say-
him. I failed, so he's just stood there going, "Yeah, whatever."
Well, I was going to
That's how
argue
I
the other side because if you match AC, it's a hit.
yeah,
mm,
yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, beats it.
right. Contest in combat. Battle often such a challenge is presented as a contest. This is require an action for the combat grappling chilling. The DM can use these contests as models for improvising others, but it doesn't specifically say. So we need to make a rule in here, then, don't we?
Or you could go for a classic D100 roll.
50-50, yeah.
50-50 it.
50-50.
So over 50. So 51 or higher. So 50 or
Succeed.
yeah. Succeed, and then if it's lower, then he fails.
I think, to be honest, I'm going to go with what Sam said, because you're making the action, so you have the sort of priority in the order, so therefore meets it, beats it. So you've met
what a
it.
guy.
Yeah. Okay, so
You baby Jesus.
so Arthas lands after sort of. Well, in fact, Mark, how do you push him off the cliff?
Well, with the rolls I've made, it's obviously far more luck than judgment. I just basically collide with him. Managed to not. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Falls over. I land on my arse, looking around confused, wondering where he's gone. I think it's probably what just happened.
Okay.
And I'll
So
happily lose half my movement to get up.
yeah, I tell you what. Done. Well, I'm going to take that's your go then, Mark, with
Yeah.
because you've only just managed the rolls. So Nordan, as you're floating down.
So Nordan lands, sees one of them drop for whatever reason that he drops. He sees one just disappear off a cliff as Arthas piles into him. And then looks at the one that would technically be behind Arthas and decides to try and incapacitate him. So you see his eyes go this mossy green with hints of earthy ground, and he brings both of his hands up and slams them down, and then brings his right hand up and clenches a fist as an earthen fist rises from the ground and grabs him. I need a strength save, please, Dave. 15.
Okay.
DC 15 strength save.
DC 15 strength save 10.
Yes. So you take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and you are restrained.
Okay, wicked. Roll your damage.
Ugh, 3.
Ooh.
But he's restrained.
He's
So he
restrained.
can't move it.
Yeah. I do have. It's not very Earth-like. Douche. Hand.
But where normally you see the colour fade from his eyes after he's cast a spell, he's still holding that mossy green and grey, and he's holding his fist like that. You can see he's concentrating on restraining that guard. Hint. Mechanic drop.
Nicely done. Okay. Anything else from Nordan?
No.
Leggit. I can't believe you're last in initiative order.
I need to check the gastropod then. I'll be back.
Hi.
Check.
Gastropods appeared a few times. Andy, you need to make your Mark game choice.
He
In
did.
the chat.
I did on the chat, mate. It was free.
Free?
Not on the chat. Yeah, free.
Free something.
Was it in Free Willy, Free the Leviathan, Free the fucking Trouser Snake, whatever the fuck he's saying.
Free the Goliath is one I could see him saying, actually.
Yeah, it's a little bit simplistic, isn't it, Mark? But
You never know.
yeah.
Okay, Leggit.
Cool. So, Kel's kind of stolen me thunder a little bit with the sleep. I was going to do that. I was going to cast my first spell that I've ever cast in
There's
D&D.
another one. There's another one, mate.
Everyone's standing.
There is another one, but I didn't want to waste it on one guy. You know what I mean? I want it's an AOE sort of effect, isn't it? It's a little bit pointless because I think we can take this one guy. One's asleep, one's dead. The other one's restrained, isn't he? So I think go in on this chap. Into the bushes. Slingshot.
Yeah,
Standard action.
if you're attacking from stealth, so it's advantage to hit.
And you've got your 2d6 of stealth.
Spells are doing fine.
Be 13 to hit, Dave.
Misses. Your sling bullet just sails over his head as he becomes aware of you and spins around towards you.
God damn. Okie dokie. Bonus action hide then, please.
Sure. Roll your stealth.
It'll be a 20.
Seems reasonable. So as the I'd love it if we can have sound effects. I want a button that I can do the Star Wars sound effect that's in all the films. As Arthas knocks that lad off the cliff.
The Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in most films, isn't it?
It is
Well,
in a lot of films.
Spielberg and Lucas made a thing of putting it in every film they did for a while.
So as Wilhelm screams, Arthas, you can see the rider, the messenger that appeared, turn a horse round and start just pegging it out of Vogler. As Becklin and Cudgel and Darrett try and catch up with her, they're on foot. They've got no chance. Go on, Sam.
Now what?
Oh, I think my mic's picking it up. Oh no, what have I done?
Wasn't me.
Did you get it then?
No.
It's not. Yeah, I think my mic's picking it up.
Got
There
it.
is.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. Worth the wait. But so there's absolutely nothing that you can do about this. This woman on the warhorse is too far away from you, and she's got away from the others. That nothing that they could do. So the Dragon Army soldiers are the three of them that are now left. In fact, one of them is asleep and incapacitated. The other one can't move. But they all that are able to spin towards you. It's Kel's turn again.
Dave, there is something you can do, I think.
Go
on. You can use an action to make a strength check against the spell DC.
As an action?
Yeah, as an action.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm going to close the distance.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and run him through with my big sword.
Sure.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Jeez.
Have him. I can re-roll twos. So just bear with me while I re-roll that too.
You know the difference between you.
That's a lot better. So I need to open that up now, and I've just clicked it off.
Oh God.
So 3, 9. That's a 13 damage, Dave.
Okay. It's a solid thunk as he brings his shield up. You actually knock him down. He springs back up and he's ready, though. Anything else from Kel?
Nothing that I can do, mate. So
okay.
I will.
Arthas.
So the rider's gone. There's nothing we can do there.
Yeah.
Right. In that case, the one that Kel's fighting, I'm going to run over there. I can't.
Go around the incapacitated dude. Don't step over him. You might wake him up.
I've gone around him.
How cruel do you think I am?
And I'm going to. I'm going to.
With you.
I'm going to take a longsword swing at this
Go for it.
jockey here. Where's my actions gone? I should do it.
Ooh, yeah.
That'll do it, Mark. Roll your damage.
Right.
How do you want to kill him?
Oh, superb! I think that one I was aiming straight at the top of his head, so it'll just bash his helmet in, and you just see a little bit of blood dribble from underneath the cap. He'll collapse.
Nice. Any bonus from you?
No. I'm going to hang fire for Newt.
Okay, Nordan.
Well, there's only one thing I can do. Nordan will just somehow make his hand even tighter to cause more damage to the restrained chap.
Sure.
You do get to do a strength saving throw to take half damage.
Okay. 14, so that's one shy, isn't it? You're 50.
Yeah. So it takes the full damage from 2d6 again.
Yeah.
Oh, 12
there it is.
points of damage. There it is. Max damage.
Nice. So he actually starts screaming now in pain as you can hear ping ping as his splint mail armor, scale mail armor starts to pop in place. He's not down yet. He's in a lot of pain.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
No, because I'm
Okay.
concentrating. So
Leggit.
Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to want to take out the Mr. Sleepy. Obviously, only lasts a minute, doesn't it? And we want to give maximum amount of time for the people of Vogler to escape.
Well, yeah, it's going to take a long time to evacuate. That's not going to, happen quickly. This fight is to make sure you can get the Ironclad Regiment in.
Okay. He's not sadistic. Is he?
I assume Cudgel's gone to get her lads and lasses. Dave.
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh yeah, of course we were. Yeah, makes sense now. We're going to give the sign, aren't we? If and when we finish these lads off.
Go on, Andy.
So yeah, Leggit's not Valkeen, so he's going to leave the sleeping guy then. If it's not going to sort of immediately benefit in any way. He's going to move in on the restrained chap and another slingshot.
Okay.
Carol.
So you're still this fellow. You're still attacking from advantage. So you're still hiding, and he's grappled. So you can still have your attack with advantage, and if you hit, you can still have your sneak attack damage. I think restrained you attack with advantage anyway, don't you?
Possibly.
I thought so. Yeah. Well, maybe not range. I don't know.
Well, you lose your dex, don't you, to your armor class? So you probably the equivalent is advantage.
So that's with advantage as well. 15's not enough. It bounces off his shoulder, off his scale mail. These guys are well armored. Just can't penetrate his armor with his slingshot. Any bonus from Leggit?
He's just going to disengage. I think he can't really hide. I don't know. I've got 10 foot of movement, haven't I?
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, no bonus action. Take the bonus action.
Yeah, I've got 10 foot of movement into this bush. Hide again, please. Dave.
Sure. Yeah. Roll it. I'm not, and for the sleep, I'm not making saving throws each round, am I?
No, he just wakes up after 10 rounds unless someone slaps him.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you're pretty sure you're hiding quite well inside the bush. So this guy is an action can try and free himself. He's going to have to try it. He's going to have to try and break it. So I can make a strength saving throw to try and free myself. Rolls an 11.
Still stuck.
Yeah, that's his action. The other guy is still incapacitated, so that takes us to Kelevendros.
So Cal, seeing that Nordan's got the other guy in hand, is literally just going to... I think I've got a rope.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah, I'm going to literally just start tying. I'm going to move to this guy and start tying him up.
Okay. Done.
Tie him up and start stripping his equipment, so his armor, any weapons.
Yeah,
he's
I
got
am gonna see if any of the armor's better than mine.
on him.
And restrained. This guy's not having a good day. If can you use your action to try and knock him out, so I can use my stunned button as well. So that's your action. That's what I mean. You've got him. He can't move. That takes us to Arthas. What does Arthas want to do?
Well, all the combatants are down, aren't they? Or taken care of. Or is there still the guy in the?
He's automatically going to take damage from Nordan's spell, and he's looking ropey.
Well, would I consider it a mercy killing in the state he's in, or because I'm having moral dilemmas about hitting someone?
Well, that only you can decide that, Mark.
No, I'm not gonna hit him. What I'm gonna do? Oh no, everyone else is fine, aren't they? There's the one fellow who's tied up. I'll just assist. I'll assist Kel with the tying up. Make sure they're not so tight. Make sure he's not going anywhere.
Sure. Nordan.
Same again, just probably to the point that his nails are digging into his hand. So you need to make the strength save again, Dave.
12.
Horrible way to die. This. I don't lie to you.
What'd you get?
12.
Oh, it's still not made it.
It's a good
How
spell.
much damage is that? This isn't it?
8 points of damage.
Which is one more than he needed. How does he die?
So I think as he's been squeezing, the hand's probably been growing larger and larger till it just consumes him, and you maybe just hear that last muffled scream as you just hear a final crunch, and the hand pulls him down into the earth. And then just sort of reappears again.
Can we have a small boy on the side going, Atreyu? No. Yeah, wicked. So yeah, you pulled him into the ground.
And the hand just pops back up again because I'm still concentrated on the spell.
That's horrendous.
It's the burial. That's what we like. Right. In that case, I'm now going to see if you're the guy who threw off the cliff, or wander down there and see if well, any of them actually. What's the armor situation?
Well, all I'll say to you very quickly is they do have. You can salvage 2 sets of scale mail from these guys. One's been dragged into the earth. You're not seeing that again.
Scale mail is useless to me. So, but anybody else make use of that?
Is scale mail no good to you?
No, it's medium armor, so I lose my heavy armor mastery. See, so I don't want to lose.
No, is the honest answer.
It won't be to you, Andy.
No, it's not. I'm only light armor, aren't I?
Yeah.
AC 14.
You can get a feat to get medium armor though. Well,
What's my change?
Yeah, feat to do almost anything.
Can I just say I went to a patient, a young boy, and his name was Atreyu. I'm like, you named your lad after a fictional dead horse.
Or a heavy metal band.
So,
His whole life, when he says it, what's your name? Atreyu!
Atreyu!
I went to a Khaleesi once.
I know.
Yeah.
God, I've seen a few Khaleesi's. I've done DBS checks for a couple of Khaleesi's.
Really?
Oh dear, not even a name.
Apparently, a lot of people named their daughter Khaleesi before like the end season, before she went all mad.
And got
They were like,
murdered
oh shit.
by a nephew stroke lover.
At least if you say Daenerys, they could call her Danny for short.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, can't really shorten Khaleesi too much, can you?
Not really, no.
Scale mail is also no good to me, so I won't take it either.
Okay, righto. Well, what you could do is you could some of the villagers could make use of it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely pass that to them then.
Okay.
Do they have swords on them or anything?
We'll pass them all the gear.
Because again, they're probably no good to us, but we'll take them back to the village.
Yeah, they're longswords. They have longswords and javelins. They're and the shields. They're all things that can be used. I mean, you need everything. You've got an army breathing down your neck, so everything that you can use.
I'll pass them to the Yeah, whoever's collecting them.
Yeah, wicked. So you all managed. You get down from the cliff. You go north and then round. You pass Cudgel or you see Cudgel and Jayas riding on horses north, and they wave to you, give you a solid solidarity fist. They're free. So for the time being, you've managed to free the town. You estimate from when you went to track the army, certainly Arthas would know and Kel would know that to move a whole army, it doesn't just happen. So
No.
your best guess is you've perhaps got 10 hours maximum, probably less, before this army is on your doorstep. You are exhausted, and as you get down to the rest of the leaders of the town, you can see townsfolk milling around. They're all scared and worried, well into the distance in the village, as Becklin, Darrett, and Mayor Raven approaches you, and Becklin will slap you all on the back and give Arthas the Solamnic salute.
Yeah, I'll return it.
And Raven's now, she's sort of still wringing her hands, and she'll sort of say, well, that's...
No, we're not. Stop thinking like that. We're not. No, you can't trust them. They're not even human.
Well, that's war. We've started war, so we need to do what's right now.
We need to run away. We all need to run away. We can't possibly fight them. There's not enough of us.
Get the boat.
There's over 1,000 of them. We need to get everything you need. Leave everything you don't need. We've got to get out of here, and we've got to get out of here now. There's about 10 hours before the whole army descends on this place. We've got to go.
Let's have a persuasion check from you then.
Why do I do the talking?
Beat me to it, Mark. You beat me to it.
Persuasion. No, she's not paying attention to me.
Yeah, she's not having this at all. She'll say there must be a diplomatic solution, and Becklin's still stood at the back. Go on, Tom.
Mayor Raven, Arthas is right. We are both men of war. We understand these matters. So does Becklin. If we do not get out of here now, between 8 and 10 hours' time, there are going to be over 1,000 men riding through this town, burning your homes and killing your people. It is not time for diplomacy. This is a time to run if you value your villagers' lives. Houses can be rebuilt, terrain can be retaken, but we cannot replace the lives of your citizens. And I would like to use I want to channel divinity.
That was inspiring, mate. That was wicked.
I was just about to say that was a really good speech.
It was
an awesome speech.
Looking for it now. So I want to use my Emissary of Peace, which gives me a +5 bonus to persuasion checks for 10 minutes.
Roll it.
Oh, Dave, it's got to be worth advantage for that speech. Go on.
It was a good speech, Dave. Good speech.
It was a good speech.
I was inspired.
I'm going to make the DC appropriate to the speech.
Okay.
I can't. Is there a way for me to add the +5 before I roll it, Dave? Do you know? No. Okay.
We'll just add +5 to whatever you roll because your persuasion is going to be high anyway, isn't it?
Not that high, no.
Check on the look.
So that's 12.
Yeah, 12 is enough. I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah.
Raven, as she's sort of wringing her hands, Becklin will come up to her and she'll say, Kelevendros is right, and she'll sort of put a hand on Raven's shoulder and she'll not say anything. Just put a hand on Raven's shoulder, and all of a sudden she goes from right. Things we need to do. We need to inform the villagers. We need to gather everyone in the town square. And she points to you and she says, "Can I ask you to do that for me? In fact, I've got a number of tasks." And she'll say to Darrett, "In fact, Darrett, can you go and ring the bell? We need everyone in the town square. We need to tell them what's happening. Gentlemen, would you go to the docks and assess the situation with the boats? see how many we've got and what we can do. And more than anything, we need to try to keep everyone calm. Everyone knows what they're doing?
We do.
Okay, we'll meet again. Let's call it 1 hour at inside my manor. So she's gone from this sort of woman to having a word with herself, and she's straight back into it. So Derek goes off, and he's ringing. You can hear within a couple of minutes, within 5 minutes, you can hear the town bell ringing, which summons everyone to the town square. You're going through the town square before you get to the wharf anyway. So all of the villagers now gather in the town square. You see the colourful Kingfisher festival decorations still cover the village circle and the festival stage. Unlike the day before, the people collected in the village are sombre, muttering in worried tones as Mayor Raven takes to the stage. The mayor doesn't mince words. A dangerous army is headed to Vogler. The ironclad regiment will do what they can to defend Vogler, but we must be ready to flee. Following the mayor's reports, the locals stand in stunned silence. Their questions come in waves of shouts, anger, and fear. They're all frightened, and there's a lot of dissension. This is the first time that you've seen this in Vogler. People are scared and angry and frightened, and all of them have questions all at the same time. Any of you guys want to do anything?
Are we still within 10 minutes of previous?
Sure.
First question. Sure. Okay. So Kelevendros is going to take the stage, and next to Mayor. Citizens of Vogler, I understand that this is a time for fear. You are afraid. Perhaps you've never been in a situation quite like this before. But this is not a time for questions. This is a time for action. We cannot stay here and fight. They will burn your homes and kill your people. Our priorities now are to get you out of the town and keep you safe and alive. If we stay, we will die. We cannot fight them, and there will be no quarter from these people. We have met these people before. They're the same people behind the attack during the festival. Again, this is not the time to stay. This is time to work together. To keep each other safe and most else, keep calm.
Nice. So as you take to the stage, next to you, or through the crowd, you see sort of the crowd part, and you can see Lord Baccharis, and if you remember, Baccharis the Younger as well. And the elder of the two is all blustering, and he pushes, and he'll say, "Come on, son, you can come on, in the family's name, you know what to do." So Baccharis the Younger now takes to the stage. And he will say, "People of Vogler, you know the noble birth of me and my father. I say we let them do what they want. There will be peace, and they will not harm you if we just open the gates to this invading force."
I'm going to get just at this point, Dave. I'm going to go over tell him to shut the fuck up. Just pull it to his face and say, "Look, these militia, what's the Cudgel's militia, have volunteered to die so you can escape. They volunteered to die, right? So what are you waiting for? Why are you listening to me? Get your shit. Get in the boats."
So we're going to have a game of rollies. I'm going to roll for Lord Baccharis the Younger, or Baccharis as we'll call him from now on. And I want Kelevendros to, you can have, with your same skill, you can roll with advantage, but I'm going to give him a roll that he's rolled really well. He's rolled 17.
Okay. Is my +5 still? Is it
Plus
just a
5
straight
still
D20?
stands, and you've
Plus
got
5.
advantage.
And it's a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
18? Yes, you've done it.
Yeah.
Gosh, crikey, I was thinking.
I thought it had failed. Why did I think that had failed? I've no idea.
Well,
Because
because
it
we're adding
beats
+5
13.
to it, aren't we?
You've got to add +5,
Oh, did you all get your free Thembershore dice, by the way?
I did click, I think, today that said I got some, but I don't know what you do. It said I did.
Yeah,
but
cool.
I don't know what I did
Anyway, yeah. So the crowd at this, they sort of, well, and you can hear, well, I mean, you know, these nobles have come in. We don't really know them, and so far, Arthas, Kelevendros, and the boys, and you can tell that opinion is shifting in your direction, and Mayor Raven takes to the stage as well, and she very simply, very matter of fact, and she'll just take to the stage and she'll say, Vogler, you know what to do. Go. And to a man, everyone now turns and starts to gather the short belongings that they need.
Right. I'm going to go head down to the docks, you know, where the people will be boarding the ships, so we can, give them a hand on with, everything that we can.
Well, that was while you went away, Mark. The task that you were given after this was to assess the ships. So as everyone's dispersed, they go back to their homes, they gather the minimal that they can carry. You can assess.
What's that going to be? A history check?
No. There are 400 people left in Vogler.
Yeah.
The fishing boats and the boats on the wharf, there's enough to carry 200 people. You're going to have to think of something else.
Okay.
So how many people did you say there was?
400 people and enough fishing boats for 200.
There's no other boats nearby.
Let's have a survival check from Nordan then.
Ooh. 13.
And we'll have... Let's have an intelligence... Let's have a group intelligence or investigation check. Not group, just an individual one. $13. Arthas smashing.
Ooh.
Okay. So Arthas, as you're on the wharf, let me take you to the picture of Vogler again. You're sort of gathered over here, and Arthas, you look over towards the ferry. This, if you remember, there's sort of pulley systems going backwards and forwards over the Vingard River. As it occurs to Arthas that, oh wait a minute, there's these. They're just rafts, basically, but they float. And Leggit notices, and you both have the same idea at the same time. If you were to repurpose these rafts and other small boats on the pulley system, you could possibly take another 100 people. That would take, not necessarily you don't have to do it, but it would take the villagers 2 hours. And that's an extra 100 people, so you've still got another 100 people to go. You do recall, I mean, the brass crab and various other buildings would have old pleasure craft, rowing boats, possibly stored in sheds, anything of that nature.
I'll ask Kel and Nordan if they can find out. Ask people. Ask the crowd, or as people are wondering about. Any more boats? Any boats that we can't see?
So we can have one final persuasion check before your 10 minutes runs out, even though it's probably gone past that.
I'll give him a D4.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
Steve, can you force the load for me for?
Add a D4. We're all
see it.
rolling
There we
so
go.
bad.
9 plus 5, 14 total.
Oh, +5. Forgot about that again.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
So it's 8 plus 1 plus 5, so 14.
14. Jam. So at this, yeah. So there's personal vessels. There's boats that people have been wanting to repair for years and years and never got around to it. So that would push the number up to 400. It's going to take the villagers quite a few hours to get this together. They're the experts in this. You've got your 400 managed, but it's going to take a while to actually do this. By the time you've managed to make arrangements, Cudgel actually arrives back in the camp. So what I'm going to do with you guys is I'm going to start you off on a long rest. You're certainly not exerting yourself at this point, and as long as you sort of have some downtime, if you're able to, then we'll start this clock ticking in terms of long rest, because you are absolutely exhausted now.
Can I do
But
one thing retroactively? Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
So do you know when we're in the town and we're talking to the villagers?
Yeah.
After everyone starts to disperse, Kel wants to go up to the little lordling,
Bakaris.
And he's going to say, "I hope Paladin finds it in his heart to forgive you for the sins you've committed against this town," and he's just going to walk away.
He's in response. You hear a don't believe in that.
Whatever.
Twaddle. So, as you're having 5 minutes, you need 5 minutes when Cudgel approaches. Darrett's some kind of legend. Seems to be, he's young and bulletproof. I mean, I think you mostly rolled young characters, didn't you? And he's.
I'm 30.
Oh, yeah. So he's helping out. He's carrying on moving. But Cudgel comes back. Becklin and Raven meet you. Cudgel herself looks exhausted now, but she's done it. She's managed to get the rest of the Ironclad regiment. There's only a couple of hundred of them, but they're positioned north of the town before the dragon army can get on the cliffs, and she's got a small command tent set up next to the river gate, and that's going to be the liaison point to and from the villages. So the aim for Becklin, Cudgel and Darrett is that the Ironclad regiment are going to hold the attacking force off for as long as possible while you can continue to...
Are they all up for certain death? Have they all made peace with God?
You have an insight check, Mark.
Okie dokie. It's the sort of thing that would be worrying me. It's
mercenaries aren't known for...
It's true, but...
Yeah, okay. So
I'm a sentimental chap.
Yeah, well, and you've just rolled 23 with a natural 19. So what's going to happen at this point is, as Becklin's talking about, as Cudgel's talking about the defence, they say, and you can pick up that this is specifically aimed for a reason. It's aimed at you guys, Darrett and Raven. As Cudgel will say, we've got everything locked down north. You four, Raven and Darrett, you have to make sure every single person gets out. And Becklin stands next to Cudgel and rests her arm around Cudgel's shoulders. And Becklin will say, I will go with Cudgel, and we will hold them. We will give you time to evacuate.
Tears openly running down my face now. I almost actually have.
Yeah. And she'll say, if we can get to you, we will. Arthas, you know what's happening. This is them saying goodbye. You can see Darrett's not picked up on this. He's still running around. And Becklin will say, "Good luck. Just before you disappear, gentlemen, if I can have a word." And she pulls the four of you to one side, and she'll say, "Ispin was right about you. It's been an honour to have met you. I do have one final request. It's for Darrett. In the keep, there is a box. It's a plain box. It's there's no there's a symbol of a kingfisher on the side. If you can collect that and make sure Darrett gets it at some point. And then she'll stand back.
We'll see to it.
I'll give them both a big hug and then the knight salute before we walk away.
Yeah, tidy.
Can Leggit say, kind of implore to Becklin and Pudgel, lady, you're both skilled, fine warriors. Would your skills not be better put to use in protection of citizens of Vogler? Would you not more of use coming with us?
If the opportunity is to present itself, we will return. This is not goodbye. This is just in case. But our best use to protect Vogler is to make sure everyone gets out. You can have a persuasion check if you want, Andy, but you seem.
I think it's pretty.
Yeah, they seem resolved.
Yeah, 20.
Okay. So Jayez has heard all of this. Jayez was ready to help you out, and Jayez will sort of put a hand on Leggit's shoulder and say, "We'll do what we can. We may yet see you another day."
He'll say, "Make it so."
May the old God watch over you.
With a tear in his eye.
So they move off to the command shelter. You've got maybe 8 hours left until the invasion proper. You've got plenty of work to do. Most of the villagers know what they're doing. What have you got any plans? What do you guys want to do?
I was going to ask if we're not under attack, if Cudgel has any carpenters or anything, any skilled folk amongst her troops, if they could lend assistance with the boats while we wait for the attack.
You're best off. The villagers are best off doing that. She needs to dig in.
Okay.
She needs to prepare.
Go collect the box from the keep. We said we collect it. We said we hand it off to Darrett. So
yeah,
sure.
We gave our word, and that's what we'll do.
Okay, so from your you find it quite easily from your elevated position on Thornwall Keep. You've got plenty of time to go up and have a look. You can see Than packing his things as he's ready to leave. You would guess from the cloud of dust in the distance that you've got a good few hours, 8 hours or so, before the invasion starts proper. You managed to gather this box. It's a big old sturdy wooden box. It weighs about 70 pounds, with just this kingfisher emblem on top of it. And you can. What Raven will say to you is, she's prepared a craft for you guys, her, Darrett, and a couple of other of the militia that will help you to escape. But that'll be the last boat to leave. So you can secure the box on there, no problem.
How much time do we need to take for the long rest, Dave? Just because I do have the cantrip Mould Earth, and I was wondering if Nordan would offer to use that to create a trench in front of the gate, because I can move 5 feet of earth at a time. So he could offer to spend 10-20 minutes, using magic to create this trench in front of the gate, just to add to the defense. Pile all the loose soil on the gate side, so it creates a moat, as it were, small moat.
That's fine. You'd have 10-20 minutes to do that. But if I remember, because I know you've got the trance ability, but I still think you need to not cast a spell for the 8 hours to get the long rest, if I remember rightly.
We had 10, didn't we have 10
You
to
did,
start with?
yeah. No, so that's quite right, Mark. Actually, so yeah, you've got plenty of time to assist with the digging in of the trench. What Becklin will probably suggest to you, as you mention this to her and show her the ability, she'll say that is very handy. That's incredible work, and she'll point to and Cudgel will point to the positions north and send you off specifically to assist with the digging in.
I'll assist for a bit until I need to go to get me, to get off the full.
Well, obviously the difference for me is I can move 5 feet of earth, square feet of earth.
Yeah, you're super
move, so I can literally
sapper.
Create these trenches in minutes.
Yeah.
Go on, Andy.
How were you in World War One?
2 things. One, as the cat just walked in, Marco, have you got a poltergeist?
No, it's Pussycat.
Because the door's just swung open by itself and shut by itself.
Yeah.
Freaked me the fuck out. 2, can Leggit sort of suggest the use of the catapult as potentially used as a sort of, not a siege weapon because we're not sieging, but as a weapon to be used if we've got any sort of barrels of oil that we can use to fling at the enemy to try and reduce their numbers or buy some more time.
Wicked. So as you mentioned, what we'll do is we'll incorporate that into your trip into Thornwall Keep, and we'll perhaps have Cudgel with you at the time as you mention this, and Than's packing his bag, and as you mention it, he drops his bag instantly, stops what he's doing. Oh, that's amazing! Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. And he goes into a different part, and you can see he's bringing out flasks of alchemist's fire now. Sort of Greek fire type things. Oh, what a wonderful thing! And you can see he sort of shifts. Oh, I can't wait to use it. I can't wait. That's just good. So yeah, that's another good idea to aid with the defences of Vogler. So where do we want to push this now? Then you've got almost guaranteed this resting time. Should we go ahead and take the long rest and then push it forwards?
I've already done it.
Have you?
Yeah, I've already done it. Yeah.
Okay. So the dust clouds, as some of you are positioned on Thornwall Keep, and you're keeping yourselves busy. You're making sure that everyone remains calm and everything's as orderly as possible and overseeing the work.
I want to be keeping, whenever possible, when I'm not asleep, I want to be just keeping an eye to the Arse Candle and his dad, because I'm sure they'll be up to absolutely no good.
Well, now bizarrely, now the decision seems to have been made. They're stood right at the front. They're stood in front of women and children, which doesn't sit well with you at all. But everyone's busy. Everyone's got their job to do.
If they're actually helping, I'll let them off with the queue jumping. If they're actually doing something positive, I'll let that slide.
Give me a perception check, then, Mark.
Perception. Persuasion. No. Perception. 15.
They are helping. It seems to be more in terms of delegation, but occasionally they will sort of assist someone and then
look busy. Yeah.
What I'll do then, I'll wander over with a smile. Say to the young lad, I'll apologise for being abrupt with him earlier. Say I'm really pleased to see that you're taking a hand. Just make sure you're pulling your weight, if you know what I mean. Give him a little wink, still with a big smile, and walk away.
Okay. Okay. So you hear from behind. Commoners. But yeah, and as you walk away and you sort of have a shifty, you see him looking every now and again, as if every time he sees you looking, he's Well, yeah, no, I'm doing something.
Every time he looks over at me, I'm just looking at him.
Yeah. So at 8 hours pass. We're now approaching tea time, at least, if not a little bit beyond, sort of, 6 o'clock.
Is there any way we've got rations, haven't we? Have we got rations?
There's food. There's still food from the Kingfisher Festival. There's plenty about.
I think make sure everyone, literally everyone has something. The people are not going to make sure you know what I'm saying. I'm a little bit,
I do. So it gets closer to the time, and Cudgel and Becklin have now moved to the front and left you guys, Raven and Darrett, in charge of the village proper. When, as you're sort of busying yourself around, you find yourself near to the command tent, near the gate, when the pounding of hooves sound in the direction of the river gate as a mercenary of the ironclad regiment rides towards the village circle. As she nears, she yells from the top of this horse riding forwards, "That's it! They're coming! Time to evacuate! Time to do it now! Drop what you do!" As this swooping winged figure tackles her from the side, as you can see on the north face of the cliff now. There's a line of moving forwards of these draconian forces, and one of them has leapt off in advance and tackled this woman almost in front of you. What do you want to do?
Roll initiative.
Let's roll initiative.
Khaled shout, "Everyone to the boat! Anyone with a sword? Let's go!"
Yeah. Where did I put it? Was it? No, it wasn't. Okay, so give you your tokens. Now I've got a few awkward things to do here, so we'll wing it a little bit.
I've still got. Am I on the right thing? Yeah, I've still got.
No, hold up. I'll change it in a second, dude.
Yeah, big Vogler.
Right, move you slightly further up the street.
Oh, it's using the map of Vogler. Okay.
There you go.
Hey, small Vogler. How cool is it that the map's detailed enough to do that?
Yes, couldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, only just, but
yeah,
it is. It's perfectly acceptable. Yeah, that's wicked.
It's map tools is ace, mate.
Yeah, it is.
It's free.
It's for nothing.
Yeah, and well, I think I've said to you before, it's even better when you learn how to use it, because you can do all the dice rolls in it and everything. But D&D Beyond's just solid.
Yeah. So have you seen the new D&D digital?
Yeah.
A new platform that's coming.
Well, that links directly to D&D Beyond. So if you sign up for this D&D digital business and you press a button that says link to my D&D Beyond, and that's it, it's done. So I still think you roll your dice in D&D Beyond, but it appears on the digital thing. I don't know how it's going to work, but I know the two are automatically linked.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyway.
Yeah. So you can see where you are in the grand scheme of. In fact, let's show you what we can do. So that's the whole of Vogler, but you guys are here. And then
I've just tried to change my dice, so ignore this. I'm not actually doing anything. I just want to see. Yay!
Then mature dice. Nice.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative on this then.
Oh, it's got sound effects and everything. The dice has sound effects.
Wicked. So the horse is knocked to the ground and winded as this one of the riders from the ironclad regiment falls to the floor. The first to react is Leggit.
Give me some pasty, lad.
Give it some pasty. What? Just describe to me what I'm seeing in front of me again, Dave.
Okay, dude, sorry. So the rider was riding towards you, just slowing a horse down as she's saying, "They're coming. It's time." On the hill behind you, which is to the north now, you can see all of these troops moving forwards through the tree line as this Baz Draconian has swooped down and knocked this woman off a horse. She's now lying prone on the floor. As the Draconian is stood above her, looking to chop down with his short sword on top of her. The horse has ran away, but you're on the street
Right,
of
okay.
Vogler.
So in attempt to sort of distract this the Draconian bars and stop him from killing the scout lady. Speech is free, isn't it? Yeah. He's gonna shout to the scout lady, "To your feet, lady, my lady. Get ready your sword. We need it." And he's going to sort of react with a slingshot aimed at the Draconian's head.
Sure.
It's a bit boring in combat, but and that's wank.
Oh, mate, you're having no luck tonight, are you?
I know.
So you could see.
It's not me for a change. I mean, at least that's
the woman rolls onto her back. She draws a sword ready, but the Draconian's still poised, ready to stab down to her as your bullet whistles past the Draconian. Did you want to move?
Yeah, I'll move.
I've got time. I've
to,
got time for a hamster before my go. Yes, I think I do. Right.
Something hamster.
Time for a hamster.
I think he said move, but yeah.
Jesus, we're never gonna get it.
We're never gonna get it. Yeah. Well, that helps me because I don't have to dish out.
It's going to happen in Pathfinder because you're going to get that one. I'm calling it now. It's going to happen to me if it's going to happen to anyone because I've defined what you're getting.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's moving into the trees, the shrubs, which I presume is what this is, Dave.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna
Hide. Yeah. Go for it. Passing.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. No. You think you're hiding pretty much. So the scout. First thing that she's going to do is stand up, and she is going to try and to attack. So she draws a short sword, and she's quite nimble. First attack, she tries to slice left, just misses, and then second attack, this Baz Draconian laughs at her as she sort of hits solidly, but it just clashes against his armor as he laughs and rears up in a threatening way to try and decapitate this woman. Nordan's turn.
Yeah. See if I'm trying to be smart. Anything I can do. I'm just going to fling a firebolt at him, I think. Try and get his attention.
Go for it.
Oh, no. 10 to hit.
Misses. Any bonus or movement?
I'm going to stand my ground for now.
Okay. So that takes us to the Draconian's turn. So he's got bullets and fire leaping past him. Nothing seems to connect. He is going to...
Don't forget you can speed your spells up to bonus action if you... I don't know if you can do it with all spells. Because of your sorcery.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold off a little bit.
No, that's fair enough.
You've got you've got an army breathing down your neck, Mark.
Yeah.
So the scout, as she connects and hits this Baz Draconian's armor, he just punches her squarely in the face, and she's reeling. She's knocked back.
Oh, I was going to react and do silvery barbs.
Okay.
Silvery
Second attack still hits. You need to give advantage to someone though.
I'll give it to Arthas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, Mark, Arthas' turn.
I'll give this Draconian the Jaboa salute and run at him like a lunatic.
Go for it. Okay, so you're using your advantage from silvery barbs.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'm going to spend one of it. Oh, I've got to have now. I'll put one of my, what they called things into it. What's it called, Dave? That thing.
Your Squire ability.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Well, you can only get advantage once. Oh, so hold the silvery barbs.
No. Actually, no, I won't do the Squire thing because I've got the silvery barbs and that's temporary. Right then, yep. So roll with advantage.
Yep.
Spells.
With your new dice.
Actions. With my new dice. I'm looking forward to this. I've even remembered how to do it with advantage.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody else see the dragon come on?
No.
And then the dice melt when the roll's done. The dice melt into like magma blobs and soak through the screen. It's awesome.
Wicked.
You've got to go and activate your dice if you haven't already. That's so cool.
Go on and Mark, roll your damage. It should have done the 2d8 for you automatically.
Yeah, it has. 7 and an 8.
Oh, that's a beautiful roll, that.
If you get a crit with your Squire, that's 4d8 plus 4 damage.
Yeah.
So 19 is almost enough to kill it outright, but not quite.
Right.
As you, what should we have? We'll probably take off.
I'm not happy. I'm pissed as
Yeah.
fuck. I've only just woke up and I'm not happy.
So it's a solid hit. You run him through. Let's say you run him through.
Yeah.
But he's as you run him through, he looks in your face and he hisses. Bares his teeth. Any bonus or further move?
No, I'm fully done.
Come on, Kel.
Stick within 5 feet of me. I can protect you.
So I just want to come almost around because I suppose I could get him there. Yeah, so I'm just gonna charge into there.
Yep.
Straight line and just big hack. See if we can get this guy. Finish him off.
Nice.
Oh. $13 points of damage.
How do you want to kill him?
So it's the same old kind of top corner to the top right to bottom left, big running in, big hack. Take him diagonally. Just the kind of slow-mo kind of slide and
take him down. So
Arthas. I'll turn and grin at Kel as he finishes it off because it still counts as mine.
Arthas, well, before you have chance to do that, as you turn towards Kel, Arthas, Kelevendros, and a scout need to make Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh, me? Was that me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the bomb bandit thing. Gas. It was could possibly be bottom related. All right. Yeah.
That's an 11.
Oh, that'll be a 12.
12. Okay, so it's certainly the first time that the woman that has seen it, as you take this draconian in two, as it turns to stone, and then from the wound itself, this puffball effect. All of you feel the numbing effects, but you manage to shake it off, and you sort of step in front of this ironclad regiment and make sure that she's okay. So none of you are affected by it as the draconian crumbles to dust. So she gets onto her feet and she'll say, "They're coming. They've split into two. The ironclad regiment have engaged one, but they were flanked. They're coming from the north, mostly Draconians, and they're going to fly down from the cliff. We need to move. We need to get out. Get everyone out now.
What is it? Well, is there only the one boat left in there? I thought we'd got everyone else sorted, hadn't we?
No, it's still happening, mate. It's a long, steady process.
What do we, based on how long it's taken so far? How long do we reckon's left, judging by what's going on?
If you started to move quickly, it'd probably take another half an hour or so to get the last on.
Oh God, we're so fucked. Right, we'll have to go. where was she saying the Draconians are flying in? We could have to go there.
They are. What I'll do is I'm going to pan out to the whole of Vogler again. So the Draconians now are on this cliff, and you can see them leaping off. There's some Draconians that you've never seen before. You've seen the Baz Draconians, which turn to stone, and the puffball smoke. You've seen the ones that seem to be acid dripping from them. They're Capac Draconians, and they're flying over, and they're now dropping flasks of alchemist fire on the village itself, and there's explosions of fire as the village starts to explode. And there are also what looks like, stood at the back, they seem to be weaving spells. They seem to be magic user Draconians that are throwing bolts of fire from the top as well, as the whole village starts to erupt in flame.
Do we stay and defend the? I'm trying to think.
We need to defend the people and the boats. That's what we need.
Yeah, we need to stay by the boats, don't we, and make sure everyone gets on the boats. I think that's all we can do.
We need to find a choke point. We need to find a point that we can hold to stop them from the need. I'm just looking now at the map where we could possibly, but it's not good.
It'd have to be around here somewhere, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
or even the open space here.
It's a bit too close for the comfort, that is.
Yeah, there's.
Are you right, Sam? I didn't ask you what time you want to finish tonight. How much we got left? What's latest for everyone tonight?
Oh, I'm off tomorrow, as you know.
Yeah, I'm quite.
Okay. I'll try and leave it at a dramatic. Okay, so where the scout will say to you, look, we'll Cudgel's pulling the forces back. We'll get to the trenches that you've dug. We'll do what we can, but these Draconians flying over, we've got to protect the villagers. We have to rely on you to do that.
So we're gonna have to take, which could be ranged, isn't it? Things if these aren't
Catapult.
not landed.
Could we use the catapult?
You can, but the cliff itself, the Draconians are flying over. It's just Than by himself. He's had to abandon that. You know, it needs to be manned and maintained. There's no way that you can still evacuate and
we can still all do something. Aren't you? Except, is there anything you can do at range, Kel?
Got short bow.
Well, yeah, there we go. Then let's stop picking them out of the sky. We can all do stuff.
Well, they are landing as well. You do notice as they're flying over. They aren't able to fly. They can glide.
Say so. Right, let's go and hit them.
So what you guys see as you're sort of withdrawing back towards the wharf is you see people and families grabbing their children and hurrying them along, the last few to leave.
Yeah.
And they're sort of being peppered and bombarded by these Draconians that are going over. I mean, how are we going to play this then? What does it all look like? What are we going to do?
Oh God!
I think Nordan's going to shout up into the sky at them all. Come and pick on someone your own size, you bunch of cowards.
Is the one I can charge at? Is the one within distance?
Yeah. So where are you positioning yourself? Are you finding a defensible position, position, or
Well, what about how many militia are there? Where's the rest of them?
the militia and all of the militia are around the wharf, and they're sort of there's around the wharf itself. They're all stood there, shields and spears, and they're getting the villagers to come, and all of the villagers that are the stragglers, they're moving towards the wharf. So they're moving towards this, this whole promontory here.
So that's the bit we need to protect, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If we form there and try and drag them to us there, that gives a buffer to the militia.
They could go around there, around the other way.
We need to make ourselves a target. That's what we need to do.
Oh,
we
we
need to
could do
find a
that.
way to get them to focus on us.
That's why I'm sort of picking that place, because it's got plenty of access, so it's an easy target.
Hey, look, one place as good as another, as long as I can get to twat them.
Okay, so
my taunt doesn't have like a AOE effect, does it? It's one target only.
Well, read it, mate. Does it say?
Let me see. As a bonus action, you can unleash a string of provoking words at a creature within 60 foot. As a creature. So it's
well, 60 feet. 60 feet is as far as you can shout, and if these are flying over, so you can taunt a couple of them. It's not, to come at you.
yeah.
So, let me just go through the sort of. I'll tell you what we'll do. The village is burning from north, moving south. There's fire. There's still screams. There's still villagers that are mucking about. There's fighting from the Ironclad Company in the north as well. As you're pulling back, you're the front line. Behind you and to the side of you, there's the rest of the Vogler militia, and they're encouraging everyone through as people are coming through. What I'm going to get, I'll do this in my Discord order. Mark, I want you to roll a D10 for me, please. So you get in the scene, the village, all hell's breaking loose. Your time is up. So the sound of crashing metal draws your attention. Two of Vogler's remaining militia members struggle to hold their own against the reptile-headed invaders. The scaled soldiers bait the militia members, hissing cruel laughter as two of these militia have guided two whole families. There's 10 villagers running towards you. In front of them, there's 2 of these militiamen, and harrowing those are 5 of these Baz Draconians. So let's take you into a combat scenario then, something that we can get our teeth into.
I wish now, in retrospect, we'd spent maybe some time clapping some buildings to make them. Do you know what I mean? To create a bottleneck almost.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't intend to be here when they all turned up, though, did we?
Yeah, hindsight's hindsight's the thing.
It is, but this is kind of intended with the scout turning up. This is kind of this happening now. You've run out of time. You've done the best that you can. This is how it's going down, type thing. So let me just reset all of that. Grab your token. Oops.
Though again, though, I'm looking at like all the roads for the village, and I don't know how you'd make one. Be honest. There's that many paths and snaking,
So let's put you. I mean, you guys. I'm assuming that you'd stay together in kind of a.
We had a default. Didn't we have a default combat setting that we decided on for? We had one for marching and one for, enclosed spaces.
Okay, you got all that?
Yep.
Right, I'm just going to move the bars ever so slightly. Let's roll initiative then.
Oh. Where were these rolls earlier?
Check me out, being second. That never happens, except last time when it happened. But apart from that,
Okay, so the family are away. These two militiamen have done above and beyond. They've put themselves in front. The families run past you as you go. Kel, sword in hand. What are you doing?
Straight up.
Do it.
So we're gonna kind of fill the gap here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the left side and go straight for that big cut, mate. Maybe
Sure.
run, maybe a thrust, something.
Go for it. Yeah.
See what happens. Oh baby,
22 hits. Roll your damage.
I can re-roll that one.
Yeah.
For a 2. So it's 10 damage
10.
total.
Gotcha. Okay, solid hit. Any bonus? Anything else?
Not at this time, no.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm going to try and get through this. I'm going to skip a little bit of the fancy bits. Let's get into it. Let's see what we can do. Arthas, your turn.
Right. Let's have a look. That's one of our lads. Right, I'm going to get here. That's 25 feet.
It is.
And there's the unharmed chap next to me, but I'm going to take a swing at the already hurt lad.
Good idea.
So here we go. And I will go for a Squire's jockstrap.
Smash
I
it.
think. Right, okay. So that gives me advantage, doesn't it? So I can finally fucking longsword attack. There we are.
Come on, Mark. This is where we need your natural 20 again.
Come on.
21 still a hit. So that's 2d8 plus 4. And don't forget to mark one of your
This is
used.
this does if I do it that way, that's my Squire of Solamnia damage 5,
Right.
and then me longsword damage is. Oh, I'm being an idiot. I need to go and munch some crayons. Where's it got? There we are. D8 plus 4.
Exactly what you need. How do you kill that one?
That one. Which one is this? Just one? Is this another one of the bars, lads? It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
That
do you
one,
say
I think-
bars?
I always did. It was a double A.
Yeah.
It's a, if you say Baz is fine, it's just that's why I asked if there were any Trev ones earlier. Baz and Trevor always hang around together. Always used to.
Bars. No, I'll go with bars.
It's
Because it
got
was
a Dutch
ball,
to
wasn't
it.
it? Yeah, sorry. Go on. Let's get into it.
So as it's they were hissing and taunting, weren't they? I'll just literally ram the sword straight into the tip first into its mouth, up through the back of its head,
Nice.
something like that.
Okay, Constitution saving throw for you two then.
Constitution saving throw coming right up. This is where we get some 1-inch. Oh no, 19. Passed.
Okay, just Kel, you feel as this smoke cloud, it's as Arthas withdraws the sword, it just happens to be pointing in your direction as the cloud comes towards you, but you shake it off only just. That takes us to the bars. 1, 2. They're going to move forwards. This one's going to move. Whoa, hold up. There we go. Change that around. So we've got. It looks like Arthas is getting swarmed. We're going to have 1 on the militia, 2 on Arthas, 1 on Kel. Kel first. 2 attacks. First attack, 21 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, 7 to hit. Misses.
Miss.
2 on Arthas. First attack, 20.
Hits.
2 points. In fact,
That'll be no damage if
no
it's
damage.
3.
Second attack, 21.
That does hit.
6.
Down to 3. So I'll take 3.
Fourth attack, they're rolling well against you. Mark is 18, but it's 2
That
points.
doesn't hit me.
Oh, doesn't it? Right.
No.
It was 2 points of damage anyway. Last attack is 18, so that misses as well.
Yeah.
2 against the guard. Let me just double check. Oh, it's a 9. That's going to miss. A 16 for the guard. Both miss the guard, which is then their turn. With spears.
I could have blocked one of those attacks on Kel before, and I completely forgot.
Don't worry
Sorry.
about it.
Still got the reaction.
There'll be time. There's plenty of reactions left before they finish. 19. So one of the guards hits, and the second one does. Wow. So they both fight together. What was it? And run this Bars Draconian through as it's Leggit's turn.
Right, so Leggit's going to move up slightly. He's going to cast Sleep on the remaining Draconian bars because I believe it only affects targets I want it to affect, even though it's got an AoE sort of effect. Right?
I don't know. Is that what it?
Need to top up the drink, chaps. I shall not be.
So it's creatures within 20 feet of a point.
Whichever way as well.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Yes, you choose the point, and then it goes from lowest to highest in terms of hit points.
Right, so it will affect friendlies then.
If they're the lowest hit points.
Yeah.
You've got 90 foot of range, if that makes sense. So if you wanted to try and get the fully guys, you could put it back here. Say if you wanted to get
I think I'll do that. So I can measure it. Or can we just say
roll your the effect, and then we'll know how many hit points we're playing with. Because it specifically says lowest first, and this Bars has just had his head kicked in.
5d8.
Yeah.
Nice.
32. Okay.
That's a fucking good one.
Yeah. So right. Wow. So that's unconscious, incapacitated, prone, and conscious, incapacitated, prone. What does that look like then?
So as this is the first spell that Leggett's ever tried to cast, so he kind of is getting very sort of emotional. What's the word I'm looking for? He's sort of becoming overcome by the whole enormity of the situation, and he feels like something growing inside of him. And he kind of just clenches his fists and just holds them out, and then as the spell lands, the draconians kind of see almost like a wavy haze in front of the face, like when you see like heat rising on a tarmac or something like that, before they just kind of slump to the surface.
Nice. Wicked. Yeah, so two of them drop to the ground, and you distinctly hear snoring coming from them. Any bonus?
Bonus action. I've got about 20 foot of movement, so I'm going to. I can't get through. Can I go through a building?
No, we have to. Yeah, I've not put the vision. They take hours to do.
Yeah, you have to go around. So yeah, he's just going to retreat around the corner of this building and hide.
Did you get one?
Roll it. He's put two of them to sleep.
What?
Get down.
I'm just going to step away for a sec, but I can still hear you all.
Okay. So it's Nordan's turn.
Oh, my brother stepped away.
I can still hear. I can still hear you.
Going to advance. I think it's there.
Yeah.
And rinse and repeat an old trick. I'm going to cast Gust on that Draconian. Try and push him back and trigger a attack opportunity.
Is strength save?
13, yeah.
Rolls a 10. You move him back.
moves back 5 feet, and then obviously Tom would get his attack of opportunity.
Okay. And it's Kelevendros' turn. Anything else from Nordan?
No, as Andy's put them two to sleep, it changed my strategy, so I'll stick with that now. So the move back to trigger the attack opportunity.
I'm coming.
You've got an attack of opportunity, and then it's the start of your turn.
I'm here. Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
19 hits.
Big money, big money.
Come on.
13.
Nice. Okay, so it's now your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to give chase. So I'm going to follow him up 5 feet.
That's going to be an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have done the other one.
Okay, no. So
he'll probably re-engage anyway. To be fair, because he's not running away. He's not running away. He got blown back, so he's probably going to want to charge back in anyway. I reckon. Possibly,
yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, so I'll just take a swing at this old fella here.
Sure, go for it.
14 to hit.
Just hits.
Yeah, skin off. 12 points of damage.
Dishing them out. Anything else?
No, I will I'll try and hold on to my things for now. Thank you.
Okay. Mark, Arthas' turn.
Right, the one that's half dead.
Yep.
Well, there's one the militia are on, but was he me? So I don't care about him. So the fella that's straight in front of me, I'm gonna give him some loving with the longsword. Just a normal one.
Some loving with the
missed
longsword.
ludicrously.
Yeah, that's no good. He manages to dodge to the side. Anything else from Arthas?
Bonus actions. I can't do great. No, that's gonna be me done.
Okay, so the Baz's turn. This one, yeah, you're quite right. He's as he's blown backwards, you see you catch his wings. As he hits the floor, he digs in and charges back in. So that's going to be Kel, Arthas, 2 asleep. In fact, let me just think. Yeah, no. So Kel first. First attack, 12 to hit. Yes. Misses. Second attack is a crit at 23. Oof. It's lucky though. He's rolled really poorly for damage. It's 5 in total.
Hang on, who's just taken that?
That's for Kel.
The crit. I'll make him re-roll.
Okay. Still rolls a 22.
Is that a crit again?
No.
Oh well, that's something.
Yes, 3 damage then. So you reduced it by 1, so that's all good.
Thank you very much.
2 against Arthas. First one is 17 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is 5 to hit. Doing well.
Nope.
So the other 2 don't get a save because it's sleep. Sleep's cheat. The 2 Vogler lads are going to combine their attacks to attack this prick. So they get advantage. Well, the first one, I suppose, strictly speaking, gets advantage. But he gets a crit, which is for 7 points of damage.
He'll be named Jack.
Which is not quite enough to kill him, but the other one seizes the opportunity and rolls a crit. Right. Now, it doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to refer to you as Samuel. This is me with NPCs, Samuel. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You still don't believe it, do you? So, unfortunately, Arthas and the 2 Vogler militia need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Right, I shall do that.
Passes.
18.
18 you pass. One of these lads is restrained as this puffball effect goes over him, and you can see as he's lunging him through his and he can't move. He's struggling to get his spear out. Leggit's
What's the
turn.
actual effect? What's the condition that you were?
It's death throes. All draconians have death throes. For bars, when the draconian is reduced to 0 hit points, its body turns to stone and releases petrifying gas. Each creature within 5 feet of the draconian must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or be restrained as it begins to turn to stone. But this is where it continues. The restrained creature must repeat the process at the end of its next turn. On a success, it ends. Otherwise, he's petrified for 1 minute. So if you fail 2, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're a statue.
Yeah.
Birds come and pull on you and everything.
Okay, Andy. Don't encourage him.
Oh God. So he's a hidden position. Slingshot attack against his middle chap here.
Sure.
Steve.
Come on, mate.
Decent roll tonight. Thank you very much. 22.
Yes, that's a hit.
Pretty sure that hits.
Get him.
Get him. 6 points damage, then my sneak attack. Yeah.
2d6.
That is 13 points of damage.
That's done it. How does he die?
So it kind of resolves himself because he's had such shit fucking slingshot throws throughout his last few fights. Kind of calms himself, flings it, and it hits him right with bolt between the eyes, lodges itself in his skull right between his eyes, and he kind of goes cross-eyed and then just goes stiff and just falls backwards.
It properly would crush his skull as well.
As he falls back and turns to stone, this puffball effect. So Kel and Arthas, if you're within 5 feet of it.
No, I failed as well.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Harsh.
Sorry. Anything else from Leggit?
Hide.
Yeah, go for it. Nordan. Don't forget you're attacking with advantage if you roll well. Nordan's turn.
He's going to throw a firebolt at the last remain standing.
Go for it.
14.
Just hits.
Nice.
This is going to have to be a good roll.
You had to say it, Dave, didn't you? You had to say it.
I did. You're welcome.
Dave, I need you heckling him when we're playing Kill Team, mate. He just beats me otherwise.
Just give us a call. I'll lay something down. I'll send you a voice recording. Anything else from Nordan?
No.
Okay. Kel, at the end of your turn, you need to make this Constitution saving throw, but you've got your turn first. Restrained.
I've just checked it on my conditions. I'm not quite sure what it does, but
restrained. So 0 speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you got disadvantage on this attack.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it once. Oh no, I can no. I thought it might do it automatically, but I don't think it does. So there we go. Oh, 13 to hit.
No, misses because of your disadvantage. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, not that I've got as bonus action that I want to use. No.
Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Can't see.
Come on, Tom.
Here comes the bird shit.
So as you miss this draconian, and as it starts to cackle in your face, as you feel you seize up and rigid, You guys have seen this effect before. You know it will only last. I say only, but it will last a minute. So it's
Only
not.
10 rounds in combat, lads. No problem.
Arthas' turn.
Oh, God. Ah. Let's see what's left. Maptool's back on. Maptool. Right, so what have we got active? We've only got one standing, haven't we?
There's two. Yeah, one standing. You're restrained, so you can't get to him within
Can't hit it.
melee range.
Oh,
You've
I'll
got
attempt.
one that's asleep.
The one that's out of range, I can bonus action draw a hand axe and throw it at his face.
Oh, you can draw it for free.
Well, actually, I don't need to because I'm going to be at disadvantage. What I'm actually going to do.
The other thing's incapacitated, so that you won't be at disadvantage.
Mark, cast guidance on yourself for your save.
Can I do that?
No, it's just for ability checks, not saving throws.
Oh,
I believe.
Good thought, though. Hang on a minute. So, the one lad that's standing, I can't get to him because I'm restrained. So, I can either throw a hand axe at him or do a. What's it? I tell you what, I'm just going to do a thingy. I've never done it in anger. I'm going to do Sacred Flame on him.
Okay.
So we get the DC 12 dex saving throw.
Dex save rolls a 5.
Oh, the 8 radiant in his face. 6 damage.
6. What does that look like?
That they catch sort of almost like St. Elmo's fire, but much burnier than you'd imagine it to be. I think that's what it probably looked like. Just sort of glowy. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, like when you see something burning in lots of oxygen and it's like white.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
I think that's your full turn then.
It is my full turn, mate. That's all I can do. I've got to make another saving throw.
You have.
Or the bird shit's coming my way.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, he survives.
Okay, so you shrug off the effects.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've killed you. Removal. There we go. Right, so it's now the Baz Draconian's turn. As Kel, as you've missed him, Baz Draconian, he gets right up in your face and he grabs the back of your hair as he takes his sword and tries to run it into you. He's now rolling with advantage with automatic crits.
I'll take his advantage away on one of them.
If it hits the creature, hold up. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit. Okay. So first attack with advantage.
Well, actually, let's see. Because if we take away the advantage, it'll be. Oh no, how's it going to work? Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Go on, roll, and I'll see if I still need to break
17
hits.
You can turn it into a disadvantage for your shield.
Yeah, I'll do that. See if I can make it miss.
Okay, so that is making me think that I just roll.
Hang on a minute. I'm confusing myself now.
What's the ability called?
It is. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's probably best to read it, isn't it? I'm sorry, folks. Protection. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on whilst wielding a shield, and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of me. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. So all that's going to do, but what that's going to do is cancel out the advantage, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a normal attack. And I think, because as a reaction, impose disadvantage, you have to tell me before I attack.
Yeah, well, it would. I'll do it with a second attack.
Okay. Well, you've kind of got lucky because the crit only did 4 damage.
Yeah.
Yay.
So this is now a normal attack, which is a 9.
Nope.
Yeah. Let me just roll. Yeah, because the other one would have hit you.
Oh, so at least that wasn't a waste of time.
No, you did well. And that's the end of his turn. So the Vogler militia, there's 2 of them now. One's stuck. The other one, he's going to try and help Kel, and he's going to move round and attack the bars in front of you. Rolls 5, misses. Let's give this one a saving throw. Constitutions. As this lad turns to stone and birdshit lands on him. Leggit's turn.
All right. So is this chap dead? The guy on the left.
No, he's still up. He is. I mean, he's got his wings are torn and chopped off. He's looking on his last legs.
Okay. Try and take him out then. Another slingshot, please go.
Go for it. So you're attacking from stealth.
Advantage.
Also, he's in within 5 foot, isn't he? So.
Yes.
Your pussy cat.
12.
You've got advantage, mate.
Oh yes, I have. My bad. 17.
17 hits. Yeah.
Sneak attack.
It's coming back in with some damage.
15.
How does that one die?
Yes.
So as this draconian opens his gob and hisses, and he's getting sort of ready for his attack, my slingshot lands right in his gob and right into his brainstem.
Yes.
He takes this last exhale and just collapses forward.
Okay. And as he collapses forward, this guard next to him seizes up as he is unable to shrug off the effect. So that's most of the combatants dead. You've got this one asleep, and you've got a few minutes to try and surround him and kill him.
Well, I've got no qualms about killing this thing. It's.
Do we want to wait until everyone's how long does the sleep last?
A minute.
A minute.
There isn't enough time, is there?
Is it a minute? Unless we hit it, I think it's a
yeah,
minute.
That's what I was thinking. If we had enough time to wait till everyone had unfrozen and then mass.
Well, we've only got one of us. Admittedly, it's the hardest hitter, but we've only got one of us that's sitted. Out of action, the rest of us could all have a go on him.
Yeah. I think we need to do him in just because of the situation.
I'm not taking prisoners of these things. What don't even.
Is it with sleep? Is it only if they take damage they wake up?
Or if it expires?
Okay, gotcha.
Just wake up.
Okay, let's go for it then. So whoever's attacking first gets advantage.
Who's going to be best? It's probably me, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put my shield down, double-handed swing with the longsword.
Okay,
Nice.
good idea. You're attacking with advantage, and it's an automatic crit. So regardless of whether you do crit.
Okay. I won't spend anything, so I don't know how much we're going to need in reserve. So I'll just go for it. Actions. Longsword. Let's see if I get a crit.
Oh, okay.
You auto crit, aren't they?
Well, it's auto crit, yeah. So if you for the damage, if you right click that, you can select crit, and it'll be the D10 one, won't it?
Let's have a look. I'm trying to make the other things go away. So crit damage roll.
That's the D8. That's one-handed, Mark.
Oh shit! Sorry. Thought I'd done really well on my chuzzer. Crit damage.
Nice.
That's more like it. Let's have a look who's next. So Mr. Johnson, do you want to have a pop at him as well then?
100%.
Yeah.
He's gonna move in this time with daggers drawn.
Sure. Move into a what's it position, a flanking position. You can have your well, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Don't get advantage on it. He's awake now, isn't he? Because he's taking damage.
If you're flanked, if you're directly opposite, so if you move to there, directly opposite flanking, we're applying advantage.
And be a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And 4 points. Sneak attack down because he's in 5 feet.
Yeah. And you rolled with advantage, so that's automatic. How do you want to end his life?
So just as he's about to sort of rouse from sleep from taking this damage, Leggit's coming down with 2 daggers, either side of his neck into sort of his jugulars, and just send him back off to the land of slumber.
Indeed.
Right.
So
throws out for it all, isn't it?
Yeah. So what? Are we still all right to carry on for a bit?
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
good if as long as everybody else is.
Yeah. So for those, it's only a minute. There's fighting all around. You know, you're making sure for those that aren't frozen or paralyzed or whatever. You know, you're having to drag them further back to make sure that they're okay. As you all start to feel life coming back to your limbs, these guardsmen, they say, "Oh, that's you've saved us. Saved us. Thanks very much." One of them will pass a potion of healing to Leggit in thanks, as he passes you this red potion, and he'll say, "This is for you. Me and my brother, we're out of here. We've gone now. Thanks for what you're doing." And they now disappear onto the ships, following the people that they rescued.
As he receives it, he's kind of looking around at the rest of the group, seeing who's sort of worse for wear. Has anybody actually taken it?
I've got very, very minor wounds. I'm not stressed. I think I've taken 3. 26 out of 29, so I'm all right.
I've got better ways to heal myself that are more replaceable than a potion.
Just keep hold of it.
Keep hold of it.
Yeah, it's always nice to have.
Yeah.
It's only a bonus action to drink it.
Action.
Okay.
Oh, is it an action?
It's an action to drink it. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, keep hold of it. So you just add a potion of healing to your inventory then, Andy. Tom, roll a d10 for me, please.
Yeah. Am I alright also to cast a quick cure wounds on myself, Dave?
Sure.
Okay. 7. I'll take that. Not 17, 7.
And what you on now? Because I can drop one on with you.
29 or 30. I'll be alright for now. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yours mark a handier during combat.
Well, I've got both. I've got the one that does more, but you have to touch them, and then the bonus action range D, get off your arse and hit some baddies one. Yes.
Okay. So, you know what? So as you've pulled back ever so slightly. Just make a very quick. Ooh, okay. What's everyone's passive perception?
12.
That's my perception when I'm just passively observing things.
13.
12.
Don't you see? Laughing doesn't help. If you just shake your head and go and say "tool," that's the response I'm after.
I need to remember to push my mic up and mute it. And incidentally, if you see me talking and not,
There's no words.
yeah, if there's a light on the mic when it's up here, it's muted.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. What? has anyone got 14 or higher passive perception?
No, I haven't.
Okay. As you're casting your spells to heal yourselves, right in the middle of you, dropping from the sky, is this other Draconian, the one that you've not fought them yet, you've seen them, and this is the one that has acid on his daggers. Roll initiative. He's dropped out of the sky, and he's getting a surprise round on you.
I don't mind calling him a bum bag to his face.
I wonder if he's wearing an orange spacesuit, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
If I can get it. I don't know if any of you... Yeah, it's from a YouTube channel we watch.
It's Space Engineers.
As he lands...
Dave, what?
Sorry?
I can't see a number for me.
On
the initiative tracker.
You rolled... Nordan rolled 16.
Yeah, so he should be
second.
Yeah.
That's weird. So Kel's 12. Leggit rolled 4. How? Okay, so Nordan.
It needs to go, and we need to all come downward, except for
16.
Discordia.
So that puts you. Yeah, so you're one underneath the K-Pack. Right, the Draconian is as he lands and spins around, he's checking out which one of you would possibly be the easiest target, and he zones in on Nordan.
Of course he does.
And there's he attempts to stab you with 2 daggers, dagger in each hand. The first one is a 23 to hit.
Oh, come off it, Dave. Of course that hits.
That pierces through your robes as the wound starts to hiss as you take 5 piercing, 5 poison damage.
Wow.
The second attack is a 24 to hit as you take 7.
Hang on. I'm going to have to reaction silvery barbs that.
Okay.
To give you disadvantage.
Yeah, second attack's a 9.
Beautiful.
I'm reading up on my protection. I can't use my. I'm too far away.
Yeah.
However, that's his surprise attack. Now, at the start of the proper combat, he gets another attack, and he's going to launch at Nordan again. First attack is 9.
No.
Second attack is 16.
So the first inspiration I'm going to give to Cal, and then I'm going to react. Oh no, I haven't taken a turn, have I? Yeah, so I'm going to have to take the hit. So I give the advantage to Cal on the silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So that is 17 points of damage, 7 piercing, 10 poison.
So I would like to use my reaction
Yeah.
to use my Channel Divinity feature, which is called, where has it gone? Rebuke the Violent. So could you make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw for me, please?
When he says that, he means fail DC.
I rolled an 8.
That is a fail. So you now, as that kind of daggers go in, Cal kind of closes his eyes for a second, holds his holy symbol, which burns really brightly, and the shadow of like a radiant shadow of the creature digs the daggers into the Draconian, so he takes 17 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
I've never seen that. I'm just gonna look over at you and go, "The fuck? That's awesome!" I've never seen that before.
Okay, that's the end of the Draconian's turn, which takes us to Nordan.
That's death saving throw, then, isn't it?
Are you down?
Yeah.
I'll get you next.
Okay, so as this Draconian drops into your midst, he's a whirling dervish of damage and poison. As this radiant thing leaps up and chops him, it stops him from doing any more. D20 roll then. First death saving throw of the campaign so far, I believe. Don't roll a 1.
18.
18! Well done, Sam.
Roll a 1.
Kel's,
Is that it?
Kel's turn, as you've seen your Nordan drop to the ground unconscious.
Okay. So, I'm going to take a 5-foot step so he's completely surrounded.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go. I'm going to bonus action compel duel.
Okay.
So, again, one hand on the holy symbol. And he's going to kind of almost spit in this creature's face when you fight someone who's capable of fighting back. So that's a DC. Again, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Roll 7.
Yeah.
Yep, so he fails.
Yeah.
That is concentration as well.
Nice one. Well done, mate.
And then I'm going to hit him with a greatsword.
Go for it.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, you're not. Arthas.
Right, I'm going to. Can I get to there without getting an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Right, I'll do that. I am going to, first of all, bonus action. Going to get Nordan up with the. In fact, yeah, no, I'll have to do it this way. What's it? Thingy.
Healing word.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So that's going to be 5 hit points.
So,
And for my
okay.
actual action, this will be both my spell slots, but hopefully it'll be worth it. I'll put Shield of Faith on you, Nordan.
That's 2 bonus actions in a round, mate.
Oh, is it 2? Oh, of course, that's a bonus action.
Yeah, not only that.
Sorry, I thought that was a full action. Sorry.
Yeah, but you would be able to do it because neither of those spells is a cantrip.
Right. Okay. So
Go for the attack.
in that case, if I want to spend a spell slot, I'm just going to spend the 1. No, actually, yeah, I'll do the bonus 1 with Healing Word, which is I've done already.
Yeah.
Keep that as it is, and then I'll just take a swing at him.
Okay, go for it.
I'm on the wrong thing. Right, I'll try to be on the right thing. Actions. Long sword. 12. I don't think that hits
15
anything.
misses as this thing is ripped in a reptilian way. He's dodging around. He's very, very quick, very fast. Is that Arthas done?
Yes, that's me done.
Okay, Leggit's up.
So is Nordan up? Say?
Yes.
Up. Okay.
Respect the spawning beds.
As a bonus action, can I throw my potion of healing to Nordan?
He'd have to catch it.
Well, I mean, well, say pass it. I mean, I'm sort of like within
next
5
to him,
feet
so you
down,
could give it to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I give it to him as a bonus action?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'll give him my potion of healing. As my main action, yeah, take a stab with my dagger.
Go for it.
This
You're in a flanking position if you want advantage.
Do you want an advantage? Yeah.
Go on, Tom.
I just realised I was also in a flanking position when I attacked him. But it not to roll the thing back now, but I forgot.
Be a nat 20, Dave.
Come on, mate. How much can you do?
So that's 9 points with a crit, and then I get my sneak attack because we're in 5 foot.
Yeah.
19 points.
No, it's not, mate.
You do get double your sneak attack as well. Double
Double sneak attack.
Mm.
Do you get another 2d6?
25 total.
How many creatures have you murdered tonight?
Oh, well, I've kind of been a little bit lucky, haven't I? I've kind of picked off the last 2 guys when you guys are whittling down.
MVP, mate.
Definitely.
At the end.
Dead's dead, isn't it?
Just a crit with a sneak attack. So how does that one die, Andy?
So you see Nordan go down and he's sort of been enraged, so he's just like, they've seen him get back up and like, shit, we need to heal this bloke. Still enraged, he sort of lunged at the Draconian's throat with his knife and kind of just spun around him and near enough taking his head off with his dagger, but not quite, just pretty much cutting everything.
I'll give a well-deserved nod of appreciation as I see him whirl past.
So as this Draconian drops to the floor, it's all of its in between its scales. You can see this sort of glistening greenish pus come out from its scales as all of a sudden it collapses into a pool of acid. All of you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That's a bit underpants.
19.
Oh, God.
17.
So, as you've plunged your dagger into this thing and it's melted, you've stumbled over it and this acid splashed on Leggit, and it causes you 7 points of acid damage as this acid is stuck to you. There's nothing you can do about the 7, but and this is for future encounters with K-Pack Draconians, you can use an action to scrape the acid off. Otherwise, it stays for a minute. That's 10 rounds.
Right.
Eat your face off.
Yeah, that's 2d6 every round for 10 rounds, unless you use an action to scrape it off.
That's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
So at this point, as you manage to finish off this K-Pack Draconian, you can hear from the wharf, from the docks itself, just the other side of the Brass Crab, you can hear someone start to scream, and they're saying, "Wow, dragon!" as the villagers start running.
Oh, shit.
It's 11:15. How much have we got left in us, gentlemen?
I'm flagging a bit. I've got a busy day tomorrow. Do we need to? I mean, I'm happy to continue if everybody wants to.
Yeah. It's. We'll leave it there, dude.
I don't want to cut it short if everybody wants to continue.
Mate, I wanted to end it on something that was relatively dramatic.
Doesn't get more dramatic than Dragon, does it?